all Belizeans in Belize and around the world. Stay tuned to the #1 talk show, Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. For reliable information, dependable talk shows, breaking news, and the most impacting topics of discussion. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza on Power FM, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. Let your voice be heard. Call 673-324 or text 661-2721 or visit our website www.powerfm955belize.com. Start your morning with Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. And get informed.
Jingle bells, there is not a place so fine. Una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Son ya las 8:15 minutos, las 8:15. Buenos días, Orange Walk, buenos días, Corozal, buenos días, Belize. A todos ahí en Santa Cruz, San Román, ahí en San Antonio, en Yocric, en lo que es San Lázaro, Trinidad, acá Spine Ridge, San Felipe. Good morning to you, Boiti, Binafi, Malopkin. Hasta ahí en lo que es Pachacán, Yochín, Chanchín, San Pedro, Corozal. Ahí en Copper Bank, buenos días, ahí en Xunush. Good morning to you. Una vez más, buenos días y muchas gracias por siempre la fiel sintonía a lo que es el 95.5. Su servidor, Sunny Baiza, esta mañana. Y claro que sí, conmigo un amigo especial, claro que vamos a estar charlando esta mañana de lo que es las injusticias. Las injusticias, dice, ¿ok? Conmigo esta mañana nadie más que Renny Cuello. Renny, good morning.
Buenos días, Annie. Buenos días a todos los que nos escuchan.
Ok. I want to make you hold the microphone closer to you.
Bueno, okay.
That's right. A little bit lower if possible. All right, Renny, good morning to you once again. Buenos días. Y claro que sí, Renny, esta invitación de ayer, claro que sí fue algo interesante, porque hay mucho que charlar en cosas que están pasando en lo que tú llamas el show de injusticias, the show of injustice, dice Mr. Rennie. Son cosas que pasan y de veras nos afectan y no decimos nada. We don't say nothing because we keep it
Exactamente.
We feel that what these people are doing, they're doing right, Rennie.
Exactamente.
Pensamos que ellos hacen bien porque están en uniforme.
Exactamente.
Siempre tenemos esa en la mentalidad que ellos son la ley. Okay, that they are the law. So we are afraid of people in uniform. And that is a problem that Belizeans have, that they cannot differentiate. No pueden diferenciar lo que es el respeto a una persona con uniforme y el miedo que les tenemos. Okay, it's either we respect them or we are afraid of them.
Or you fear them.
Yeah, that's right, we fear them. So, Mr. Rennie, this morning, tell us of some of the injustices
pues ahorita,
that you believe.
Sani, la gente de Belize me da lástima en las fronteras, ¿no? De Belize, que es nuestro propio país, que nos humillan del modo que nos tratan. Y ahora, aparte de eso, el lado mexicano también nos está tratando con mucho desrespeto. Como si no quieren que el beliceño vaya. Así lo veo yo, ¿no? Del modo que tratan. Bueno, ya pasaste una humillación acá en el lado beliceño que tienes que estar allá estampando la gran línea, ¿entiendes? Ve, para este día festivo. La línea hasta por donde están los soldados, el checkpoint. ¿Sabes cuánto cuánta gasolina se está consumiendo allá con esos vehículos, solo descansando allá, esperando su turno para conseguir una estampa que no sirve para nada, no vale nada, ¿entiendes? Pero para humillarte en tu propio país. Entonces, cuando cruzas al lado mexicano ahora, que era muy fácil de cruzar antes,
Ya está quedando
es
difícil.
diferente. Ahora,
Ya está quedando difícil.
si tú tienes pasaporte o tarjeta, no hace diferencia.
No hay diferencia.
Si te dicen, entre, agarra la cola, tienes que agarrar la cola, y eso tienes que obedecer. Y tienes tu pasaporte, y debes que tengan las hojas migratorias afuera, que tú vayas y lo agarres, que lo llenes, ¿entiendes? No. Ellos lo aguantan, lo agarran, y tú tienes que esperar que salga uno, hasta que se le baje la soberbia, y salga y empieza a repartir uno por uno, uno por uno. Y si tú no recibiste, tú vas a llegar a donde está el oficial, y te va a dar uno, y vas a regresar.
A llenar.
A mí, ¿qué tipo de humillación es eso a una persona? ¿Entiendes? Entonces,
cierto.
en la que hace las tarjetas, ella sale a repartir las tarjetas, y tú puedes, hay otra cola con la tarjeta, y la tarjeta está hecha para que no tengas
Que tengan más facilidad.
que tengas más facilidad, que no tengas atrasos, ¿entiendes? Pero no, se va a repartir las tarjetas, y espera la colote hasta que ella esté lista, va a venir a hacer las tarjetas, y no con buen modo tampoco. Vas y le dices, he ido 2 veces con una señora enferma, ¿no?, que tiene artritis. Artritis es doloroso, no puedes andar como quieras, ¿entiendes? Así te causa problema moverte y salir, quieres salir a pasear, pero no puedes. Así, cuando llevas la tarjeta y le dices a la oficial, pues la persona está adentro, está enferma, ella va a salir a ver a la persona, no como antes, que solo te lo hacían escanear, ¿entiendes? Sale, va a ver, y tú te ves bien, man. No, tú tienes que salir, si no, no vas. La Cámara de Comercio de Quintana Roo está pidiendo a gritos que estaban diciendo que Quintana Roo no debe de preocuparse de la del turismo europeo, que abran, que el beliceño, fíjate cuántos beliceños cruza, 40,000 al mes, por 1,500 pesos. ¿Ve cuántos pesos son eso? Pero 1,500 pesos no es nada, ¿saben? Nadie gasta 1,500 pesos en Chetumal. Ese es vas a comer perro caliente ya, con 1,500 pesos.
Gastas más.
Llevan mucho más. Pero ve cómo nos tratan. Así que yo espero, quisiera, ¿no?, que la prensa de Belice, la Cámara de Comercio de Belice, debe de ligarse con la Cámara de Comercio de Chetumal y hacer algo de eso, ¿no? Porque el soberbio lo primero que te dice, no tienes que venir. Y el soberbio de allá te dice, no tienes que venir, vienes si quieres. Y el soberbio acá te dice, gasta tu dinero acá, no tienes que ir allá. Ustedes no me van a decir a mí cómo yo voy a gastar mi dinero. Es mi dinero. Yo soy libre de hacer lo que yo quiera. Y aquí de este lado, deben de hacer que el mexicano pueda entrar. Se tiene que llegar a un acuerdo. México es nuestro vecino. No tenemos problema con ellos. Cuando vas a la frontera, es el roundabout donde está el Tucán. Ahí todos los mexicanos que vienen de Chiapas, Campeche, de donde sea Yucatán, ahí se paran con la familia a agarrar una foto. Han visitado Belice. No pueden entrar más. Yo me topé con un mexicano en la frontera de México, de Chetumal, y me empezó a preguntar de Belice, que quiere venir a Belice. ¿Qué le puedes decir, Osane? ¿Quieres ir a Belice? Pues a lo que llegues allá vas a pagar $30. Y vas a entrar adentro y no sé cómo te van a tratar, le digo. Y cuando cruces tienes tienes que asegurar tu vehículo. Y cuando cruces allá hay un checkpoint y allá te van a bajar. ¿Cómo crees que la gente va a querer venir a hacer?
People work with the moon.
¿Creen que todos son criminales o qué? ¿Quieren
De
tratar a
veras,
todos son criminales?
Hay gente que trabaja con la luna, Mr. Rennie. You know, I have met some people at the border, some officers, and they're okay.
Yes.
And you go again the next time, and things just flip with them, just flip, and
Y ahora,
know,
otro problema en el lado mexicano, se me olvidó mencionar, que si tú vas a ir a Playa del Carmen para el fin de semana, tú tienes que llevar reservación de hotel, si no, no te dejan pasar. ¿Qué es eso? Tú no puedes ir a Playa del Carmen y conseguir un hotel por tu misma voluntad. Hay un montón de hoteles allá. Tú no tienes que conseguir una reservación. ¿Por qué hacen eso? ¿Por qué le están haciendo eso a la
But
gente
it's not
que va a gastar
every-
dinero allá?
it's not every officer, no son todos los oficiales.
Pues son los que están allá ahorita. Son los que están allá ahorita.
Algo está mal. Something is wrong with them, Mr. Reddy.
Cuando estaban los primeros, los señores, eran unos hombres. Cuando yo llegaba primero, mi mamá está de edad, ¿sabe? Yo solo iba con mi pasaporte y me dice, oh, no, esa es tu mamá, sí. Solo llénalo y ven acá y te vas. No hacen que agarre la línea. Ahora con estos, son 3 mujeres. Es la señora, así me trataban así. No, que se siente allá y tú agarras la cola. ¿Por qué le hacen eso a la gente, Sani? No quieren que la gente vaya a gastar. La gente de Belice no va a gastar su dinero allá. Uno o más, como 1 o 2, creo que van y se quedan. Pero eso no lo puedes parar, ni con visa, ni con nada. ¿Por qué tratar a toda la gente que quiere ir a visitar Chetumal así? Cuando los
Mr. Rennie,
negocios
I
no
will
quieren.
say this. I remember having not the ambassador of Mexico, but I think he was like there is a person here in the embassy of Mexico in Belmopan that is in charge of border issues. He was a wonderful
Sí,
gentleman.
yo sé que Belice es el problema, Sani. Yo sé que Belice es el problema de esto, cuando se trata de esto.
So there is something that we need to do with the Mexican embassy and report to them what is going on. As long as there is no report, mientras que no haya ningún reporte, todos en lo que es la embajada mexicana en Belice estarán pensando que todo está yendo bien porque no les llega reclamos. Pero yo sí sé que hay una persona encargados ahí en la embajada de México en Belmopan que pueden solucionar ese problema.
Es el problema de ese lado. ¿Pero qué pasó de este lado?
Well,
Que
that's
ellos
another
pueden entrar
issue.
acá. ¿Ah?
Our issue is another issue. Our issue is just the Belizean style issue. And I don't know really if it's the country that will have to change or the people will have to change.
No ves
But
una
something-
placa de México en el lado de Corozal, Sani. Ni una placa ves.
It's
Puro
so sad.
beliceño ves. ¿eh?
It's so sad, and we are calling for investments, we are calling
Sí.
for betterment, we are calling to do better in Belize.
Un mexicano no puede venir a Corozal a
But we
pasar
don't-
la tarde, no puede.
But we don't
Le
give
cuesta
them
mucho.
that opportunity, we don't give them that privilege. And I don't know why, Renny, la verdad no sé por qué. No sé por qué. Pasó 13 años, o podemos decir, pasó 10 años abajo de Said Musa,
Sí.
13 años abajo de Dean Barrow, y ya estamos
Sí,
3
estamos
años
en lo
abajo de
mismo.
John Briceño y estamos en lo
Lo
mismo.
mismo estamos, no cambian.
Because the law is the same. It's the same law. I don't know when they started applying that law, pero antes sí estaba más
Empezó
fácil.
cuando entró Baptista Estrada, porque estaba mucho más fácil cuando pasamos la frontera de este lado. Pero siempre, ese no solo es el problema es por qué el mexicano no viene. ¿Por qué no viene el mexicano a gastar sus pesos acá?
Well, that issue is not Baptist Estrada. That issue
No,
is the law.
Pues por eso digo, pero
It's the law.
sí, esa es una parte. El de nosotros es, desde que yo Baptista Estrada, el oficial no tenía la autoridad de hacer que tú pases, ¿ves? Porque te conoce. Tiene que estamparte. Si eres BDF o policía, tiene que estamparte. ¿Para qué?
Well, again, I had an issue just the other day. I went to Cheromal and I took my passport. But when I got at the border, honestly, I couldn't find my passport. I searched the car under the seat. I said, but I am sure I brought my passport. And when I reached at the checkpoint, the officer said, you have to go back. I said, no, I'm going to Cheromal. He said, but you cannot cross the car. And the barrier was up.
Mhm.
So I said, yes, I can. And I drove the car and parked it. At I don't did a Cheromal. I still did a Belize, man.
Mhm.
I know they go over there. And I got to tell her, why I cannot station there and they got vehicles behind me. He want to make I reverse.
Ah, sí. Es una
I tell him, you have
humillación.
to think, man.
Sí, sí, porque ¿cómo humillan al beliceño, Sandy,
You have
cuando le
to
hacen
think,
eso?
me brother. I said, I'm going to Cheromal, but here is that not means that I can't go ask permission inside because they might ask you know and give me. So I went inside and I saw the officer in charge. I told him who I am. I showed him that I have a Mexican card and I wanted to go to Cheromal, but I misplaced my passport somewhere from Orinjoa to the border. I really don't know where I left it. My
Ese
house,
oficial
I-
en el checkpoint debe de tener la autoridad de hacer que tú pases. Tú no tienes que entrar ahí adentro a humillarte.
Yeah.
¿Ah?
So
¿Entiendes?
the gentleman
Si él te
said,
conoce.
you have a social security? I said yes, and I gave him my social security card and blah, blah, blah. He took his phone and sent a message and said, yeah, you can.
Es perder tiempo.
So I went.
Es perder tiempo.
I went there and I got the permission and I went. Because yes, they can give you permission to cross, but they cannot give you permission to enter Mexico. But since I had the Mexican card,
Yeah.
I could have gone across. But if I never had a Mexican card, I would even intend to go across in Mexico because I know I won't be able to go in.
Exactamente.
But then my chances were still to go and ask permission if it was possible. Because I will tell them, I call you every time.
Oye, otra cosa que está haciendo el lado mexicano ahorita, Sandy, otra cosa, me olvidó mencionarlo. Llega el beliceño, la frontera está lleno y repleto y no te están atendiendo y unos se atreven a volarle y pasar. Y más enfrente tienen un checkpoint que los para. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué
Yeah.
vas a tener un checkpoint? ¿Por qué no vas a la frontera y ayudas a esa gente a que procesen su documento y pasen? ¿Por qué lo vas a hacer?
I experienced one of those. Tuve una experiencia en uno de esos, Mr. Ray,
México nunca hacía eso, ¿sabes?
que nosotros entramos, checamos nuestros documentos y los comenzamos a ir y había la migración.
Ujú,
Entonces los llamó que parqueemos atrás de los vehículos que están.
sí,
Y había unos beliceños morenos, some
Ujú.
black Belizeans,
ujú,
Creoles, and they were hauled up on the
Mhm.
side out of their vehicles. And then the next vehicle in front of us had Corozal license plates, and it went over. Two persons were in that car. And when our turn came, and she just peeped inside and said, pásenle.
ujú.
So I asked, ¿hay alguna problema con nuestros hermanos?
Ujú.
Dicen no, solo estamos revisando si estamparon el pasaporte y estamos chequeando los que tienen tarjeta. Llaman a la migra y preguntan, Renny Cuello tiene tarjeta, pero ¿chequeó o no chequeó? So,
¿Cómo?
si tú tienes tarjeta y ellos llaman y le digo, ¿y qué es la diferencia entre ellos y nosotros?
Ujú,
¿No los van a chequear a nosotros?
ujú.
Dicen, no, porque ustedes se ven que...
Están discriminando, ¿sabes?
That's discrimination.
Están discriminando.
And I told her, eso es discriminación.
¿Sí? ¿Por qué?
Porque yo me veo como
Sani,
mestizo,
cuando-
me
cuando-
veo un poco mexicano.
Sí,
Y
exactamente.
mi hermano porque es moreno y tiene... Eso solo el tejano, ese es el estilo de pelo. The dreads,
Cuando tú vas al
dreads
restaurante,
is a hairstyle.
Sani, cuando tú vas al restaurante mexicano o a Chedraui, tú puedes jurar que es un mexicano que está al lado de ti. Solo cuando abre su boca y empieza a hablar, es que sabes que es beliceño.
Yes,
No hay diferencia.
yes. So
¿Por
I
qué
asked
nos
her.
estamos tratando así?
So I
Entre
asked
ambos,
her, is there a discrimination? That discrimination? That's my people. You know, and she looked at me and he said, pásale, pásale. And he looked, forgot to the other car to the back. And I told my wife, to blow the people chance. You know, because the complexion, the color of the skin made a difference to these people. And that is really, and this is where, and we find these all over the place. You know, in America.
Sí, sí, pero de
In
vez en
Mexico.
cuando. Yo me he topado con de vez en
Yeah,
cuando. Ahorita
so-
está
so-
muy seguido.
all
Ahorita
of
está
these
muy
things.
seguido.
So all
Ahorita
of
es cada
these
que
things.
vas. ¿eh?
So we got to say once again, good morning to you. Belize government should negotiate with the Mexican counterparts to honor our border permits like Guatemala. Thank you so much, Dudu Novello, Grexy Jones, Manning, Sane, Manning, Rennie, Grexy Jones, the brick wall, good morning. Mothers must have letters from our children. Dad take them to pass into chat. Yes, if the father doesn't give permission, the child cannot travel.
Sani, eso también.
Even if the child has a passport, your child could have a passport and is a minor, and you're crossing the border, and if dad does not give you permission, and let's say dad is working in San Pedro, and today,
¿Y qué pasó con las madres solteras, Sani?
yeah,
¿Qué pasó con las madres solteras? No vengan con
that's another problem.
mamadas acaban. ¿ah?
That's another problem. The love of money, but the disrespect. Also, I agree. Thank you, Miss B. Good morning, Sunny. Good morning, Rennie. Good morning, Sunny. Happy Thanksgiving all the way from Chicago. No one tell me happy Thanksgiving. Send the turkey. Send the turkey. By what I could just imagine the turkey. Yes, Mr. Cuello, pero estas son las cosas y las injusticias que pasan. Y pasan aquí en Belice. Pasan entre nuestra misma gente, que de veras hasta veces pienso que es como una maldición. Posición, uniforme,
Sí,
le cambia la vida completo
a la persona.
You know, I'm ready, and I really look at it, and I hope that one day, things will change. I hope
¿Será que nuestra vida, Sani? Porque tengo un saying acá del hombre más inteligente que ha vivido, ¿right? Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
¿Sabe qué dice?
Albert?
Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. ¿Qué dice en español eso? La creencia en la autoridad completa es lo más lejos de la verdad. Porque tú no eres flexible.
Yeah, we're not flexible. And that is so true. That is so true, Mr. Rennie, and it's a reality. But no, do we solve problems by changing law? Or do we solve
Son
problems
pólizas. Ese de la frontera es pólizas, Dani. ¿Ah?
by...
El primer ministro dice, es que los beliceños tienen todo derecho de entrar y salir de su país. Solo chequen y que lo conozcas y, ¿entiendes? ¿Para qué estás como el ejemplo que me diste en la mañana? Y caen las hojas de tu árbol en tu cerco, lo barres, lo pones en un lado,
en un montoncito.
en un montoncito, no lo recoges, lo dejas, viene el viento,
A las 10.
a las 10 lo vuela, tú vuelves a barrerlo el otro día, lo pones, viene el viento otra vez, lo vuela otra vez a las 10 y lo sigue haciendo. Es una locura que te da el mismo resultado. Y es lo que pasa en la frontera de Belice con el stamping. El mismo resultado todos los fines de semana. La misma gente, los mismos oficiales.
Right now,
¿Qué locura es eso?
my passport should expire until 2006. My passport should expire until 2006. And I did not realize that my passport is full. Haga un full passport. Conseguí
Sí.
una mica para que el mexicano no haga stamp mi pasaporte, porque cuando ellos se van a hacer stamp tu pasaporte, a ellos no les importa qué página es. They would just take any page and bam, they stamp. They could jump 5, 6, 7 pages.
Y me recordaste otro problema que tenemos en el lado
And then
mexicano.
stamp you, and I don't like it.
Sani,
So I made sure I got my Mexican card, and every time when you talk about the Belizean card, the machine is down, the machine is down, the machine is down. You have to go to Corozal. You go to Corozal, they only take a number of people. Can't get it done.
eso es perder tiempo, Sani. Eso cuando lo necesitas.
But I have checked and I understand that they do it here in Orange Walk. So I need to go out to get a card. And now my passport that should expire until 2006, I have to renew it because the pages are full.
Pues cualquier beliceño que realmente crea que está en lo cierto por ahí, que tiene que checar con el oficial de inmigración para salir y entrar en su país, está equivocado. Y a mí no me importa si yo estoy solo diciendo esto. Tienen que abrir su mente y saber que ustedes tienen todo el derecho de poder entrar en su país cuando quieran. Solo si eres buscado por la ley, te deben de agarrar en la frontera. Y esa es una cosa. Y la otra parte que te iba a decir del lado mexicano que hacen ahora. Tú ves esa visa que llenas. Automáticamente, antes era 6 meses.
Ahora te dan un
Ahora
día.
te dicen, ¿cuántos días? Y te lo marcan. ¿Que no te quieren allá o qué? ¿Eh? Le dices 3 días, ¿tienes reservación de hotel? ¿Qué está pasando, Sani? Se
Ya.
le está subiendo el poder a la gente a
And the other day,
la
we
cabeza.
went,
¿o qué?
about 2 months, 3 months ago, I went to Merida. And when we went to Merida, we drove to Merida. And the gentleman said, and how much days you will do in Merida? We said, only 2 days. We're going today, 3 days. Going in today, sleep, have 1 more day, the next day we're traveling back. Who is driving? I said, I am driving. Is it your car? He said, yes, it's my car. So he said, okay, I will give you 7 days. And I will give the others 3 days. I said, but why? He says, should in case you have a vehicle problem, then you can stay and deal with your problem.
Ese
I said,
visa
and then
es
what my
automáticamente
my
6
my
meses.
family,
Sani.
what
Cualquier
will-
cosa te puede pasar allá, ¿entiendes? Puedes tener atrasos. ¿eh?
what will it do? No, but it's the way how they think, you know. And again, it's their country.
Eso acaba de comenzar, Sani.
It's their country, and until
Yes.
when we do so, then we got to do so, okay? And I will say this: keep on reminding the Orange Walk Tax Department. Good morning. Well, the Income Tax Department should find a way how to refund our money to the BSI workers, because we work hard. And soon Christmas they come. Why today a turkey dinner and a turkey day? So I don't want to get on a turkey dinner because I don't get refund. Mr. Cuello, there is an office at the Mexican embassy, and I will try to make sure I will do it. I will do it my business for the people of Orange Walk, for the people of Corozal, for the people of this country. Because it might sound bad, but the Honorable Jose Abelardo May, I don't know how he did, and the government of Belize, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But I will tell you that the cow,
Y cattle.
use the cow. The cow could go more easier through the border into Mexico
than the people.
than the Belizean people. La vaca.
Y eso le tengo dicho a este gobierno, Sani.
La vaca puede cruzar la frontera y entrar entre México más fácil que la gente. A ellos no les da problema.
Y eso le tengo dicho a este gobierno desde que entramos, Sani. No necesitas, igual como la Cámara de Comercio dijo que el beliceño debe ir más allá, deben atraer más beliceños allá. Le digo, no necesitamos nada más que abrir la frontera con México. México tiene 120 millones de personas que
I have
iban a
families
venir.
that
¿no?
want to come.
No pueden
I
venir.
have friends in Cheromala, people that I know.
¿Sí?
I just met a guy the other day, a taxi man. And the man said, ¿eres de Belize? I tell him, he said, mi suegra es de Belize. ¿Estás casada? Dice, sí, pero mi suegra vino en Chetumal y aquí nació mi esposa, pero tienen familias, tías, hermanos, todos ahí en
Chaibé, Pachacán.
no, aquí en San Román, Santa, Buena Vista, Santa Clara, de veras. Sí, dice. Le digo, ¿llegan a visitar? ¡Ja! Dice, es difícil cruzar la
Sí.
frontera.
Sani, yo lo he visto. Te voy a decir una cosa, Sani.
Dice, pero hemos ido y cruzamos por botes. Le digo, pero no está bueno. Dice, sí, pero no hay problema. Digo, pues cuidado, porque a veces hay problemas. Digo, un cuate acaba de cruzar y le multaron $1,000 a los 3 dedos. O si tú llevas tu familia con 5, son 5,000. Si son 10, son 10,000. No, le digo, sí. Pues está quedando cabrón, dice, no me puede cruzar. You know, it's the way, and they have an opportunity to cross the border, man. They can come to this place here, they can buy pepitos, they can buy wali juice, wali water, they can buy,
Sani,
they can buy some tamales, they
Sani,
can buy...
escúchame, Sani. La autoridad de aquí tiene una idea desde que ve una placa extranjera a un lado y sacan todo. Yo lo he visto. Toda la familia y le registran todo. A todos se lo hacen, mientras sea placa extranjera. Yo lo he visto. ¿Cómo se
Carlos
lo
Sedasi, Sani, how we workers from the casinos and free zones still have to stamp and take out cards to pass.
Es ridículo. ¿no?
Ridiculous.
Es ridículo eso. ¿no?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Si tú no puedes ir allá y eres beliceño.
Yeah.
Pero es que la gente son pasivas, Sani. Nadie se junta.
Mr. Rennie, I must say again, and I will always say this. The laws that govern the country of Belize, not only the immigration, but the transport and many other,
Están anticuados.
they are old laws. They are still laws that were written when Belize was British Honduras. Honestly, when we were still British Honduras, those laws that were written in the 40s, 50s, 60s are laws that are still there in those books today.
Y los estamos empeorando.
We are an independent nation. Somos un país independiente ya 42 años. Y estas mismas leyes están ahí.
Es que les da poder sobre ti. Les
El
da
hombre
poder sobre uno
y
y les
la
gusta.
mujer
Les gusta. ¿ves?
en uniforme simplemente se basan a lo que tiene las leyes, los principios. Y eso es lo que ellos hacen.
Y ya te lo dije.
Y lo hacen a la medida. They do it,
Blind
they
authority.
follow the book.
Blind belief in law.
Which
is
things
enemy of
have
truth.
changed, man. Things have changed.
Aquí han cambiado, pero para lo peor. Porque fíjate,
Things
ahora
have
el traffic officer te quiere pedir papel para documentos para tus mercancías. Imagínate. ¿Y no tiene nada que ver con eso? No, but we are a special constable, no, dice.
Dice, there are many born in Chet and were taken into Belize as baby and not give no legality on either side. No, they're happening, Miss B. Once the baby is born in Mexico,
you must have a birth certificate.
then you get a quick thing. Watch out. Make I tell you something. When the baby born, in a week you get a Mexican passport for that child. Then ya consigue su pasaporte.
And when you get a passport, you need to stop. You just do.
Yep.
You need to do something on the border.
And then when you come to Belize, because
no,
then
Belize.
you are Belizean, then you have to naturalize the baby because it's born in Mexico, but parents are Belizeans. So you naturalize the child, and after you naturalize the child, then you take out the passport, because this is something that many Americans like us. Sonny, I am a Belizean, my wife is a Belizean, we have 3 kids in America. How can we get a passport? And they're coming to Belize in 2 weeks, and they want to take out their child passport. I have found out that when you come to Belize, you have to apply for the child's naturalization, meaning that you're going to naturalize the child as a Belizean, and it shouldn't take long, because then the child comes from Belizean parents. It doesn't take long, and then you apply. So you do the naturalization and passport application at the same time. That's what you do. And then the child gets the passport. Esos de migración en Belize son pero money mongers, igual a los customs, because always suppressing the unfortunate or the más pendejo, dice Oscar Novello. Oscar, let me tell you something, and I will always say this. Never bribe nobody. One thing, never ever bribe one traffic officer. Never bribe one customs. Never bribe one police officer. Never bribe one BDF. Never bribe one immigration. Man, we get frightened. We get frightened when things happen to us, you know. If you are doing something wrong, you cannot fix it by doing wrong again. You only can fix it by doing good. I did tell you because I have found myself in serious issues as well, because they tried to run for save $1, me han metido en problema. But I will say this, Mr. Rennie was... Tell me of your experience with the BDF. You were telling me something that you gone last 2 weeks. The BDF were there.
Yeah.
They come around you with some big heavy equipment.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Pues ese fue hace un mes.
Un mes.
Llegué a Santa Cruz y no había nadie en la orilla del río, solo el BDF y la inmigración.
The BDF and the immigration were there.
Sí, así que me dijeron que no puedo ir, ¿me entiendes? Y les digo, ¿y por qué no? Porque es contra la ley. Digo, pero si yo puedo ir en este río, a mí nadie me puede parar, digo. El BDF quedó usado y me dice, pues tú no. Entonces, anda. Le digo, pero no tengo a nadie que me lleve, le digo. Pues consigue a alguien que te lleve, pero no hay nadie, le digo. Ya corretearon a todos, no hay nadie por acá. Y se pusieron alrededor de mí con sus metralletas, pero yo les dije, ve aquí, yo no le tengo miedo al ejército mexicano, yo voy a, y no les tengo miedo, digo, pero le tengo miedo a mi propia gente, le digo. ¿Entiendes? Yo le voy a tener miedo al BDF y no al ejército mexicano. Me siento más protegido ahí que en mi casa. Así que parece que, no sé si lo entendieron o no, pero cuando regresé la otra semana, ya no estaban ellos allá. Solo la migración, que amenazó con encarcelarme. Y siempre no había nadie. Pero fui la semana pasada y sí logré cruzar. quiero que las autoridades tomen ejemplo de estos años, del lado mexicano y del lado beliceño. El lado beliceño debe tomar de ejemplo que si el mexicano tuviera que checar con su migración y estampar su pasaporte para ir a la zona libre, no iba a existir la zona libre. Por favor, metan eso en su cabeza. Si el mexicano atajaría a la gente de ir a botes, no iba a existir ese negocio en botes. ¿Por qué no toman esos ejemplos? ¿Cómo botes está quedando bien, está siendo developed, ¿no? Está desarrollando? Porque el beliceño va allá, y no es porque botes tenga algo en especial, no tiene nada. La gente solo le gusta pasar el domingo allá o el sábado. ¿Me entiendes? No es porque botes tiene, puedes conseguir tu ceviche, puedes conseguir tu comida que nos encanta, ¿no? ¿Por qué no agarran ese ejemplo? Si ustedes harían el mexicano cruce a Santa Cruz, ahora sí, igual como nosotros cruzamos botes, vas a ver un desarrollo. Pero no, solo nosotros podemos ir allá. Ahí nadie te dice nada, no estás causando ningún problema, solo vas y te diviertes. Si empieza algún problema, los soldados están allá. Y es la única manera que tú ves un soldado allá. Si hay algún problema. Y así debe ser. ¿Por qué tú vas a parar a la gente de tratar de divertirse? ¿Entiendes? No están haciendo nada fuera del camino.
Yep, 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 yep. Well, there's again, I see this, Mr. Cuello. Policies need to change.
Yeah.
One, policies need to change. All right. ¿Qué se sabe del inicio de la zafra? Lisbeth Bustillos, no sabemos absolutamente nada de lo que es el inicio de la zafra. Sabemos que hay siempre negociaciones en el acuerdo entre BSI y BCFE. Ayer le pregunté yo al señor Fred Ortega cómo están en la negociación, cómo está yendo el acuerdo. Y la verdad estaba en una junta el señor Fred y me prometió que terminando la junta, como el vice chairman de Orange Rock Branch, se iba a comunicarse conmigo. Pero tal vez el señor siempre está muy ocupado y no se comunicó. Pero tal vez el día de hoy, all my children are dual citizens. Praise the Lord. They always take advantage of their position. Neymar, again, I will say this. Many of us know when we are doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Many of us know when we are doing wrong. In the sense of what Mr. Cuello is saying with the immigration, and I can agree to disagree with Mr. Cuello, that indeed we can leave our country at any given time. To enter Mexico is another situation. If we enter Mexico, it's another situation. Because it all depends on the Mexican authority, and we are risking ourselves by going into Mexico undocumented. Because if the soldiers there tell you, pasan, pueden pasar. And let's say that day there's an immigration raid from the Mexican authority, and you're there without documents, they can lock you up. They can arrest you because you are breaking the law, the Mexican law, going in undocumented. But if nothing no happen, and you gone clear, and you want to come back to Belize by Botes, Cocoyol, Rivera, what the next one is? anywhere.
No solo por Arenal.
By Arenal,
No solo por
anywhere you
Arenal.
want
Porque
to come in.
por Arenal se lo puede hacer.
Por Jalacté, if you want to come into the country where there is not a border, and you are a Belizean, you can come in. I believe so too, just like Mr. Rennie. I believe that you can come in. But that is not in the law book. Eso es la ley. Porque la ley...
Porque la ley no distingue entre el beliceño y el alien, ¿no?
Y el
no
alien,
distingue.
como está hecho written en el
Solo
book,
dice
alien.
a person, no dice a Belizean, ¿ves?
But a non-Belizean cannot enter through botes. A non-Belizean cannot enter through Arenal.
It shouldn't. No cannot. Because they do, right?
Yeah, well,
it shouldn't. Right?
They shouldn't. Thank you, Mr. Rennie. Thank you for correction. They shouldn't. They shouldn't enter from these points where there is not an immigration, because if they are caught by the immigration, then they are illegal. They have an illegal entry into the country of Belize. So now it is good that in Botes, they have an immigration officer. It's very good.
See?
For those Mexicans or any other non-Belizeans that want to come into Belize and come in illegal. All right? Not because they are bad people, but because to save them from embarrassments of being in prison or whatsoever. Or maybe it's just located near ahí en
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz, it's fine.
No hay problema.
Yeah, you could give them permission for go to Santa Cruz, but you tell them that you cannot go to San Antonio, because you go there, you could put yourself in a problem, or maybe to San Antonio, but you can't cross the bridge because you put yourself into problem. You can be nice, all right? But
can
now,
use your discretion.
When it comes to the customs department, being there at Santa Cruz, it's not a point of entry. But sometimes I have said here that it is good for them to hold a book, a receipt book, that if they come in, make them charge you.
Yeah.
Just like the border. They charge you. You know when you're bringing things that are illegal. You know you shouldn't bring it. Sabes que no puedes traer tomate, no puedes traer papas, no puedes traer...
Y si te lo quitan, pues, ni modos.
Y si tú llegas y está el customs ahí, o la policía, y te lo quitan, pídeles, por favor, no lo estoy trayendo para vender, lo estoy trayendo para criar a los niños. Quiero solamente stretch the dollar. Si te lo regresan, dale gracias a Dios.
Hay que tener discreción.
Si te lo quitan, no te puedes, no son gente malos. I have said this over and over for many years. No son gente malos, están haciendo su trabajo. Y no solo es porque te van a quitar la papa y el tomate. It's because of baja. Hay veces hay enfermedades que nosotros no sabemos. There's right now, this screw worm right now went from Costa Rica right now. Don't they reach, I think, it's donde la Honduras. Ya se encontró el screw worm en Honduras. We are free of screw worm right now. If that ever come to Belize,
we're screwed.
We are screwed. ¿Y cómo viene? Trayendo una naranja, trayendo un guineo. We buy it at the market, they put it in our bag, and it's there right there. And we even conscious. You come home, you even eat the banana, you don't eat the orange, you left it there. Good. Es cosas como pasan. Pero es importante estas situaciones. Dice, happy and blessed Thursday, Mr. Sani, thank you. Se lo llevan a su casa. No pueden. I have learned that too. No pueden. I will tell you why, Neymar Velázquez, que no pueden. Let's say I go to the border and they take away and they confiscate anything at the border from me. And this happens because podemos meter la política aquí. I'm going to put politics into this. Let's say that I'm coming across And we experienced this the other day. And they took away, they confiscated some stuff. The customs department took some stuff. And definitely when the people say, sí, porque te lo quitan y lo llevan a su casa, y esto y el otro, and they say that.
Bueno, no vas a bloquear de eso. That's for them business.
We
right?
agree.
No,
But
it's
they
not
don't do,
about it.
Mr. Cuello. You know why they don't do? And I get vexed when they call me and say, media, you're invited to come to Baca, this place here.
Destroy
because,
it.
boy, cuánta cosa esa gente destruyen.
Que se lo den al pobre, ¿verdad?
Cuántas leches, cuántos laterías, cuántas jamones y cosas que destruyen esa gente.
Blind obedience to the lie is the farthest thing from the truth.
But
Say
it is
already.
their job, and the media
That's why.
has to be
It is
there.
blind-
and the people have to
It is
be
blind
there,
obedience to the
and
law.
record
You know it
has
is
to
wrong.
be there.
You know that is wrong to burn
And-
those things. huh?
And they're going to destroy these things. I said, man, why don't you give it? Those beers that they watch, cases of beers, bottles of rum. I said, why don't you take it back to the free zone and sell it in the free zone? But
It's
they
money.
can't. And
Yeah.
one next thing is that they don't take it. Even the bottles are black label when they take it, they not take it. You know why they not take it, name? I will tell you why. Because let's say that I am crossing my black label. And bam, the customs department take it away from me. Now, I can go to a minister of government. I can go to the prime minister and tell the PM, man, I've been to bring one little bottle black label, and the customs take it away from me. Please, make I get it now. Are they right here? I go in a Cheromal tomorrow or next week and I could get it. He can call the customs department and he tell her, when Sunny Baiza go there, please get that bottle of rum. No?
Pero, ves,
And
Sonny,
you know that it's a big problem for the customs that when you go there, the bottle of rum not there.
Yeah.
It's a big problem.
Well,
So
Sonny-
there's a lot of experiences that I
Sonny.
do, Naime. So no se lo llevan en su casa,
Sonny.
amor.
oye,
It's something that we have a perception of, but they cannot do that.
no estamos aquí para hablar de los problemas de la migración,
Migración.
no de customs.
Yeah.
Customs es algo totalmente diferente.
Yeah. No, but I'm just clearing
Como-
because it's very important and many things that I am learning.
Como para botes.
Very important.
Botes solo necesitas custom. Tú no necesitas inmigración allá para la gente beliceña. Que no puedas cruzar. ¿Qué es eso?
Yeah, yeah.
Y no puedes entrar en tu país.
We are soon need one bridge right there.
Sí, un puente.
se necesita ya.
Construye puentes, no paredes.
Yeah. I think we need bridges.
Tenemos otro problema con la inmigración de Belice que leí aquel día y escuché en las nuevas. A unos jamaiqueños, Sani, que son tus hermanos de CARICOM. Y Belice tiene un acuerdo de Yaguaramas en libre movimiento. ¿Qué
Ya.
quiere decir libre movimiento? Que yo puedo ir a Jamaica con un ID como beliceño y puedo entrar y andar allá. Aquí no. Arrestaron como 11 jamaicanos porque los encontraron en una frontera, en la carretera. ¿Qué clase de acuerdo es eso de libre movimiento? Que ellos tienen que estar llenando papel para tener hoteles y esas cosas. Yo creo que CARICOM debía demandar a la inmigración de Belice. ¿Cómo tú vas a hacer algo así si estás en un acuerdo conmigo? Y nadie dice nada de esas cosas. ¿no?
True.
¿Cómo vas a llegar a un acuerdo con alguien y no lo respetas?
Yeah.
Y entonces
Ya.
andan buscando visa waiver en Europa y en Shenzhen, China, visa waiver para el beliceño. Nosotros no lo queremos allá, lo queremos aquí en Chetumal.
Yeah.
Aquí en la frontera lo queremos.
Yeah.
Que hagan un acuerdo con el mexicano que podamos cruzar nosotros fácilmente y que ellos puedan venir acá fácilmente. Para que no solo puedan visitar la zona libre.
Mr. Rennie, changes will happen when they do amendments to the law book. I cite on their book that no person should enter through that area. And as long as that is in the law book, it can happen. Hello, morning, good morning.
Morning.
Power FM, go
I've
ahead,
been
caller.
I've been analyzing the situation with this immigration thing, right? And we have noticed that Belize is a springboard for a lot of people going to America. A lot of human trafficking is happening via Belize, and we cannot close our eyes to that. So I could understand that, yes, we would like to go to Mexico without reporting to our officials where we're going. We should. But coming in back into our country, we need to present that we are Belizeans. Present our passport, our, I wouldn't say social security, because even people that are not Belizeans can get that social security card once you're employed in Belize, right? But you need to present something to identify that you are born Belizean or a naturalized Belizean.
Did I say
Right? But
that
going
you?
out,
Did I
going
say that
out,
you don't have to
I-
identify yourself if they don't know you?
no,
All right.
you
I
didn't say that. I'm just explaining
Right.
myself, Rennie. I'm
Okay.
just clarifying.
Well, that's why
things
I
for
did
the
clarify
people,
it too. I never say
I did
you
not
just go
say. I
walk
did
in.
not say you don't. I
Right.
did not say you don't. You didn't say it. I am saying what I think the procedure should be.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Coming into our country, we need to identify ourselves. Going out, I don't see the reason why we should say where we're going. That's my point of view.
Exactly.
Right? But again, we
I
have a lot.
understand- I know,
We
I
have a
understand
lot of
that.
human trafficking. Belize is a springboard for human trafficking.
Belize
right?
does
And
not border the
Belize-
USA. You have to
Belize-
cross Mexico.
And Belize
All
is
right.
getting squeezed by the Americans. So they have to put a policy to try to control this. And we cannot control it because it's still happening. These people that came from Caribbean that you're talking about, they were using Belize as a springboard to go to America.
Well, get out an agreement.
But there's a lot of
Right?
pressure too, There's
Huh?
a lot of pressure from the great United States of America.
But
when it
Exactly,
comes
that's
to
what-
Sonny,
that's what
immigration.
we
I'm
are
saying.
not bordering
That's
the
what I'm
United
saying.
States. It's
You-
Mexico.
but-
All right.
but ellos son
So how
mandamas.
I
Really,
want to be
got
a
to
springboard for the?
Ellos son mandamas.
Rainy,
That's
you
why.
are only
Ellos
looking
son
at the point of
mandamas.
your nose.
You're saying that.
Really?
Mr. Aragon, I
Rainy
understand it.
Cuello, you are only looking at the point of your nose.
No, come on,
You
come
need
on.
to see beyond the point of your nose. You are only looking at what you are passing right now and what Belizeans are passing. You need to look farther than that. You need to analyze and see things. Right?
Carla.
I agree. You are
Mr.
trying to
No,
fight for a cause that is there from 1950 ad, right? It's supposed to be changed. I agree
It
with
need
you.
to be changed.
Right? But you need to see farther than your nose, really. You need to see
Mr.
that
Aragon.
Belize is being squeezed by America
Mr.
because of
Aragon.
human trafficking.
Please, have
right?
you ever
And
seen how a
these
Mexican
policies
crosses the
cannot be
border?
removed easily because of that. You have to see that both political parties have sold our passports.
Miss,
I mean,
yes,
we can
Mr.
recall
Aragon.
what happened with the past government, that the Chinaman was in prison and he got a passport.
Mr.
All of that
Aragon,
we have to analyze.
I totally
you got to
agree
see
with you.
farther than your nose, Rainy.
I-
You got to
no,
think
Mr.
and
Aragon.
educate
I
yourself
want-
more on what's going on.
I want
Thank
to
you.
take you to the border with me at the Chetumal side and make I show you how one Mexican cross a border.
If
I want to show you that.
I stand to be corrected, but again,
I want to make you see that.
again earlier this week, or it was this week, I was talking on Tuesday about the Palestinians and the war and a matter of fact last week they scold me and they correct me and all in regards to why Belize is taking a stand, why Belize Putin knows where belongs with Israel and Palestine and removing the counselor here in Belize and removing the counselor of Belize in I said, well, that yes, I don't know. I really can't answer that. But I was listening to Mr. Assad Schuman, and there are things, Rennie, that maybe they happen where we don't know. Like Assad said, Mr. Assad Schuman said that they have signed an agreement in some convention of
Genocides.
Mm-hmm. And
Which was to stand up against
and they
it.
have to stand up against
Yeah.
it. Because if the country that signed and doesn't stand up with it, then you are collaborating with.
But we have signed the Nations General Convention on Civil and Political Rights, and we are not doing it, Sonny.
Well, that no,
We're not doing
no. This is why these things are good, because you can mirror it, Mr. Rennie.
Well, you see,
and then
Sonny,
you can pressure the government.
I-
How you are doing this,
Yeah.
but you don't want to do this. You know, and again, there was another issue
Okay.
yesterday.
listen to me before you go any further. Listen to me. I
Yeah,
agree.
just give me 1 second,
I
Mr.
agree
Rennie.
with Mr.
Give me
Aragon.
1
Wait a
second.
second,
Give me
right?
1 second. Yesterday, there was another issue. There's a $9 million they are giving a Cuello. I thought it was you. What I say, well, I mean, I get closer to you, you know. There's a $9 million they're giving Mr. Walter Cuello from Social Security. It's a loan. It's a loan. And everybody, when they hear it, they jumped up and they're against that they give Walter Cuello the $9 million from Social Security because it's the people's money. I was reading the Amandala of last week, and I noticed in the Amandala that the Social Security Board doesn't have only 9 million, 130 million.
That
to
was
invest.
for a building.
Okay, 130 million.
That was for a building. Where they
for
built.
Belizeans to borrow. No, you could go borrow, Mr. Cuello. You're a businessman. You want to go and borrow, and you could show Social Security that you're going to do an expansion of your business or grow your business and can pay back. They will facilitate you the money. That's what Social Security said. They want people to come and borrow the money because for we money, they sit down in the banks
Well,
getting
Sonny,
1%. No. If Mr. Cuello would go to the bank and get 9 million from the bank, then let's say the Belize bank would lend Mr. Cuello the 9 million. Where you think the bank will take the 9 million from? It will take it from the Social Security money
okay, listen to me.
and lend Mr. Cuello the 9 million, and the bank will make the profit and not the Social Security.
Listen to me, Sonny.
So when the lady explained it, I say, Bobe, cuando no entendemos lo que estamos entendiendo,
Sonny,
son cosas diferentes.
Sonny, look at Social Security, a totally different criminal organization. We will talk about one next time, right? We will talk about that one next time.
Belize
But
cannot
no.
control
But no,
nothing. Even Mexico, which has enormous resources, what need to be changed are the guys that run those departments.
exactamente. Now I want to tell Mr. Aragon, right? They agree with that, right? When they come in, if the officer don't know you, you just have to show your passport. Why the stamping and scanning? That will keep back the thing.
That's how we keep.
And if they talk about control human trafficking, we can't do that. The Mexico could do that. And no, they can't stop it. What much the thousands of migrants pass through there? No, you want to stop one or two right there? Come on. Give me a break. How you stop them? Just by the identify yourself when you come in our country?
Well, I
But-
don't mind the scanning, but the stamping, I think it's unnecessary.
But both of them are unnecessary, Sonny.
Necessary. I
For
mean,
what they are scanning you for?
and one thing, if they don't know you.
Exactly.
If they don't know you,
They
like,
don't know you. They go there every
if they
every
know
week,
you,
every day. They go
if
there.
it's a new officer,
You they work the
Yeah.
casino. You they go every day. Huh?
yeah, like the guy
Yeah,
said,
free
he's
zone every
working
day.
in
They
the
go
free
there.
zone.
Jesus Christ, how foolish
Yeah.
you could be, man.
He's working at the free zone, and
How
he has
foolish
to,
can you get? How low can you go?
but again, if the bosses say, hey, these are what you have to do, these are what you have
Well,
to
that's
do.
what I tell you. Son. That's all I'm going to.
Like the man said, with due respect, stop trying to control the conversation. Ready, with due respect. Stop trying to control the
Well,
conversation.
we they have to talk about immigration pass. We know they have to talk about nothing else.
But then,
No,
Mr.
customs-
Rene,
customs are different thing.
I just, so what is your thing? Oscar says it is the head of departments.
That's
It's
why.
what they say.
That's why I told you, whoever goes into that place, if they remove any immigration officer, head of immigration, if he still go there with the idea, if he has the idea that a Belizean should be harassed at the border,
Nothing will change.
he don't deserve the position. He does not deserve the position.
There's a
at
vacancy.
arrest you,
There will
and
be a
charge you,
vacancy. Mr. Ray, you
and-
have to apply for that job, you know.
and anybody will believe that that is right is totally wrong.
You have to apply for that job, Mr. Ray.
Is
because
totally
there
wrong.
will be
Any
a
Belizean
vacancy.
will believe that he could be humiliated at the border, charged and locked up is totally wrong.
Mr. Ray,
And he better do his studies.
it's 18 minutes now after 9 o'clock. I know we started the show late. We started at 8 o'clock. Again, you know, I was not going to have no show this morning. I need to attend a funeral this morning. You know, my aunt passed away. And I'll be going over there shortly in the beautiful village of Yo Creek where my dad was born. But yes, Mr. Rennie, vamos a regresar con esto y vamos a decir que hay una solución. Y la única solución es que el gobierno nos escuche, that the Prime Minister
Y la única solución es
Listen to us.
critical thinking, Sonny.
and yeah. In other words, we need
Common
common
sense.
sense.
All right.
Otoniel García, buenos días, Sani. Hacemos un llamado al Ministerio de Salud para que tome cartas en el asunto, que aquí en San José hay mucho dengue. Antier murió uno, ahorita hay otra persona en el hospital. Por favor, pasa ese mensaje. To Vector Control, can you kindly go by the villages of San José, San Pablo, and Spring? Y la gente de San José y la gente de San Pablo, la única forma para que puedan ustedes ayudar es que limpien sus patios, corten el zacate. Si hay llantas viejos, cualquier cosa que puede aguantar agua, colchas de coco, tírenlo, volteenlo, tambos, que no agarre agua, porque el mosquito le gusta ir en esas aguas después de las lluvias a echar sus huevillos y den brota más para que les dé el dengue. Por favor, ayuden al Ministerio de Salud limpiando sus patios. Por favor, Otoniel, por favor, que todos limpien sus patios. Mr. Rennie, me could hear your final dissatisfaction with the Immigration Department.
Ay, Sonny, tengo tantos que no sé cuál decir. Bueno, ¿eh? Pero ojalá que el mismo oficial se dé cuenta que es una locura lo que él está haciendo y se lo diga a su jefe. ¿Sabe qué, jefe? Esta cosa es una locura. ¿Qué yo estoy haciendo? El pasaporte del pobre beliceño está lleno de estampas y le sigo estampando. Pues le voy a dar uno de color amarillo que sea para un año, que solo lo muestre y que pase.
They should take them to the Mexican side to see how the Mexican go at home.
Exactamente. They are welcome to the house, to their home.
And you
Not
know
us.
that even Belizeans go to Chetomal, jump in a Mexican taxi and they pass and they even stop nor nothing and they just go and come.
They know they go no, they go buy. They just want to go entertain themselves at
They do
Chetumal.
it.
A todos nos gusta ir a Chetumal porque
They do it.
es una bella ciudad y tiene facilidades, ¿no? Por eso vamos. Nadie le gusta quedar en su casa. El mexicano que le quisiera venir a Corozal, pero no puede. Quiere conocer Belice, no puede. The Forbidden City. That's why I call Belize the Mexican side.
The forbidden
And
city.
then our neighbors, y no se van a ir. Somos mexicanos, somos vecinos y no podemos cambiar eso. Ya debemos haber tenido un acuerdo con ellos, ¿entiendes? De intercambio. Todos los pueblos fronterizos son buntongs, pero no Corozal.
That's right. Mr. Cuello, I want to say thank you for being with me this morning. Gracias por estar conmigo, and definitely next week I want to have you back because there's so much things that we need to discuss here on Power FM 95.5. Y con esto yo les voy a darle las gracias por estar conmigo esta mañana. I'm going to say thank you for being with me this morning. We heard from Mr. Rennie Cuello his dissatisfaction of what really he believes in his heart. He's fighting a cause, you know. Y les voy a decir algo. si Mr. Rennie llega a hacer que el gobierno de Belice, que lo escuchen, vamos a ver una gran diferencia. Gracias una vez más, gracias por la fiel sintonía.
There is not a place so fine.
En el campo, Power FM. En el cañaveral, Power FM. En la cocina, Power FM. En el negocio, Power FM. En la oficina, Power FM. En el auto, Power FM. En todos los lugares, Power FM. Somos tu preferida. Power FM. La radio con excelencia.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. All the way to SP Warehouse and SP Home Depot for all your Christmas shopping. From decorations to that Christmas dinner to that perfect Christmas gift. SP Warehouse and SP Home Depot, we got it all for you. Turkeys and hams, Christmas lights, kids' toys, gift baskets, home decor, your name brand Mabe, home appliances, refrigerators and washers, a brand new stock of sofa sets, table set, TV stand, beds and mattresses, and so much. Oh, ho, ho! SP Warehouse